Now, in the previous slide, we have seen the point and non-point sources of water pollution. Now, moving to the major pollutants of water, their impacts on the environment. So, the various types of water pollutants, we can classify it into two main categories, into the following categories as organic pollutants, pathogens, nutrients and agricultural runoff, suspended solids and sediments, inorganic pollutants, thermal pollution, and radioactive pollutants. So, organic pollutants include oxygen demanding waste, synthetic organic compounds, oil. Pathogens include the water causing waterborne disease, the organisms which cause waterborne diseases, then the nutrients like the nitrogen, phosphorus, which are in the stream in the various forms, also causes certain impacts. Then suspended solids and sediments, that is on sedimentation and siltation, which comprise of silt, sand and minerals eroded from land, also causes certain impacts on the water. Then inorganic pollutants, then thermal pollution, that is thermal pollution, discharge hot water from the power plants, the nuclear power plants, which increases the dissolved oxygen content in the water, and it causes threat to the aquatic life. Radioactive pollutants include the radioactive discharges, all are familiar, from nuclear power plants and nuclear reactors. They are all a discharge and causes major problems to the water bodies and also to the environment. Now, looking to the organic pollutants, first one was oxygen demanding waste. Sources of oxygen demanding waste include the domestic and municipal sewage, the wastewater from food processing industries, canning industries, slaughterhouses, paper and pulp mills, tanneries, breweries, and distilleries. So, that is the oxygen demanding waste. The waste from these places, they have considerable concentration of biodegradable organic compounds in suspended, colloidal and dissolved form, and they undergo degradation and decomposition by bacterial activity. The impact is that the dissolved oxygen content in water gets reduced, and thereby the water bodies, the organisms in the water bodies, water, like the fishes, etc., do not get proper oxygen, and it affects the aquatic life. So, the major impact is the depletion of dissolved oxygen in water. The content for dissolved oxygen is 4 milligram per liter. When it falls below 4 milligram per liter, it causes serious threat to the aquatic life. Now, next one is the synthetic organic compounds. Now, we can see what are the sources of synthetic organic compounds, which include synthetic pesticides, synthetic detergents, food additives, pharmaceuticals, insecticides, paints, synthetic fibers, plastics, solvents, and volatile organic compounds. So, synthetic organic compounds also enter the ecosystem through the man-made action. such as the spillage of compounds during the transportation, and they use in different applications like paint, plastic, solvents. These are all discharged to the water bodies through one or the other form, and their impact is that it makes water unfit for different use. Detergents can form foams and volatile substances which cause explosion in sewers exceeding persistent. So the PCB, polychlorinated biphenyl, are used in industries which are a complex mixture of chlorobiphenyl. It's a fat soluble, they move readily through the environment and within the tissues or cell. Once introduced into the environment, these are exceedingly persistent, and their stability to chemical reagents is also very high. So these traces of the sources, we have seen the any small traces causes uh, have high impact on the water bodies. Now, third source for organic pollutants is oil. Oil from oil spills and leak from oil pipes and wastewater from the production and refineries. Oil is a natural product which results from the plant remains. Then it's a complex mixture of hydrocarbons which undergo bacterial action. Then the impact it is reduces DO content and endangered water birds and coastal plants, reduces the photosynthetic activity of aquatic plants. That is, oil includes polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Some of them are very dangerous and they are carcinogenic. The spillage of oil also results in the reduction of light transmission through the surface water. Therefore, it reduces the photosynthetic activity of certain aquatic plants. Now, second source is the pathogens. Pathogens are microorganisms which enter into the water body through sewage discharge as a major source, or through wastewater from the industries like slaughterhouses. Their impacts are waterborne diseases such as cholera, typhoid, dysentery, polio, and infectious hepatitis in human. So that is about the pathogens. Now coming to nutrients, the sources are agricultural runoff, wastewater from fertilizer industry and sewage, nitrogen and phosphorus. The major two nutrients is nitrogen and phosphorus. They occur in streams in various forms, in ions or in dissolved solution, and causes the damage to the aquatic plants. The aquatic plants convert the dissolved inorganic form of nitrogen and the phosphorus into organic or particulate forms. Impact is eutrophication, and second one is the disease commonly caused as blue baby syndrome. Blue baby syndrome is due to excess of phosphorus in the water. Eutrophication means when the nutrients are supplied to the plant, they stimulate the growth of algae and other aquatic weeds. In long run, it reduces the DO content and leads to eutrophication and ends up in a dead pool of water. Eutrophication occurs naturally in the normal session of some freshwater ecosystem. However, the rate of this process is greatly intensified. Now, blue baby syndrome uh, sorry, I have told it is due to the excess of phosphorus. Blue baby syndrome occurs when high nitrogen levels occur in the water